Since there are too many new products to be announced at their June 26th launch event, Xiaomi has decided to showcase the Redmi K80 Ultra and Redmi K Pad in offline stores, allowing customers to get a hands-on experience ahead of time. Aside from the price, we pretty much know everything about these two devices already. The unboxing and hands-on review of the K80 Ultra will be in another video. For now, let's focus on Redmi's first compact tablet, the K Pad. Also, don't forget that these devices will be available on Geek Wheels. Check the link below the video. Opening the K Pad's box, you will immediately see the tablet itself. Let's set it aside for now and check out the accessories underneath. The accessories are in the box below the tablet: a user manual, a 67-watt charger, and a USB-A cable. No case or card pin inside. It's no surprise that the Redmi K Pad is aiming to compete head-on with the iPad mini. With its all-metal body, similar color, stylus support, and nearly equal bezels on all four sides, the two tablets looks like long-lost twins, whether viewed from the front or the back. But after a closer look, you will notice that the K Pad also takes cues from the Lenovo Legion Y700 2025. First, there's an additional USB-C port on the side. Yes, it has two charging ports, and the side-mounted ones support USB 3.0. If I'm not mistaken, this is Redmi's first ever device with a USB 3.0. Second, just like the Y700, the K Pad adopts a centered motherboard layout, keeping heat-generating components away from your hands. That's a smart design choice. However, some of the Y700's other great features, like the micro SD card slot and fingerprint integrated power button, are missing here. And the lack of a 3.5mm headphone jack is another letdown. The K Pad gives me a strange impression. It looks like an iPad mini, but feels like a Y700 in use. If Lenovo and Apple ever had a child, it would probably turn out exactly like the K Pad. As shown in this table, the K Pad's display is very similar to the Y700, same size, refresh rates, and even aspect ratio. Yet at a glance, it looks just like an iPad mini. Once again, this proves my point. The K Pad is basically the love child of a Y700 and iPad mini. That said, the screen isn't perfect. The bezels aren't completely uniform. Two sides are slightly thicker. But honestly, it's not a big deal. In daily use, you probably won't even notice this. I've always believed that the MediaTek's Dimensity 9000 series is an ideal choice for high-performance tablets. It delivers a flagship power at a lower cost than the Snapdragon 8 Elite. And since almost no one uses tablets for serious photography, the weaker eye speed doesn't matter much. Apparently, Redmi agrees with me because the K Pad is the first 8.8-inch tablet to pack a Dimensity 9400 Plus. This might be the only area where it doesn't imitate the Y700 or iPad mini. As for the battery, 7500 mAh with a 67-watt charging is fine, but it's actually smaller than the Y700s. While software optimizations can help stretch battery life, I'm still a little disappointed for the smaller battery. Oh, Redmi also designed a new mobile controller for the K Pad, which looks pretty neat. If you're interested, we will grab one and test how well it pairs with the tablet in our full review. So stay tuned, subscribe if you haven't. The full review is coming soon. To be honest, on paper, the K Pad doesn't seem particularly impressive. It barely differentiates itself from the Legion Y700, even falling short in areas gamers care about, like the micro SD card slot and smaller battery capacity. The only potential saving grace is its price tag. As the saying goes, there are no bad products, only bad prices. If this comes in under $400, I'd call it hands down the best 8-inch tablet on the market. No contest. Don't forget to check it out on Geek Wheels when it drops. This is Will from Gizmochina. Catch you next one.